So I've been gone for a month, studying and such. However, in that meantime, some science has occurred. And things might start happening like next week. Yeah, I know. I don't want to blame, just one class, but it really has been one class that's been making me extremely busy for the past month. So in the lab, I've been doing two main things. One, I've been playing with my plasmids a little bit, just kind of for kicks. I wanted to collect some more plasmids and I did a midi prep. Midi prep is a higher scale mini prep, and mini preps are pretty easy, but midi preps have a lot more to do with them. So after I do my midi prep, I want to know how much DNA I actually got. And to find that out, we use something called a spectropherometer, which is essentially a little machine that shoots light through our little samples, and based off the amount of light that's captured or not captured, we can calculate how much DNA we have. So, to start this process, I put a small amount of DNA in this little plate right here. Next, I go over to the computer, push a few buttons, maybe modify a few settings, and then the spectropherometer does a few readings for me. But I should probably put the plate in the little plate reader thing so I can actually get a reading. The other thing I've been doing in lab is growing diatoms, but not the usual way you grow diatoms. Usually we just grow them in our little seawater mixture and they're quite happy. But you don't usually grow diatoms on plates. Like the plates I grow my bacteria on. They're like diatom plates. They're made for diatoms. Yeah, they're the plates that I spent like a few days making, which was a real pain. But they seem to like them. You can't really inject DNA from this little gun if the diatoms are in the water because they're not nearly as concentrated. But on these little plates, they will be very concentrated and it'll be really easy. It'd be like taking a shotgun and shooting someone point blank in the face. Here, have some DNA! Oh, yeah, and I totally got into 5th year. It's a good 5th year program. Seriously. So yeah, I'll be here for another year after I graduate, doing my research and such. So, that's a good thing. So I realized how much I like talking about the weather. It's kind of random and weird, but we go to school in New England. I go to school in New England, and the weather changes like every 5 minutes. And over the past few weeks, we had like early spring, and then like crappy weather again, and then almost spring, and then crappy weather again. Almost 3 weeks ago now, it was like in the 50s, it was sunny, and it was gorgeous. And then it rained a lot, and we had like flooding everywhere. And now it's kind of back to, it's not really spring yet, but kind of. But most of the snow's gone, but it's still cold. And that's been the weather at Clark for the past few weeks. And look at this, I'm wrapping up this video on a different day because that's how hectic my lifestyle has been. Be sure to check back soon. I hope to have a much more thorough video soon. And that video will include other videos I've done recently. And make it look really cool and you'll be like, oh my gosh, look at all these things I can click on. All these different videos. I don't know what to do. And whatnot. So I really hope all the incoming first years or the accepted students will be like, wow, this kid is pretty cool. I want to go to Clark. That's the hope anyway, but who knows. Until next time, don't do drugs, and for science.